At number 4, we have John Murphy from Moore Justice Center, Florida. Judge John Murphy is a former judge from Florida who gained national attention in 2014 for an altercation with a public defender in his courtroom. We'll take a look at this video.
If I had a rock, I would throw it at you right now.
You know, this is
Stop pissing me off. Just sit down. I'll take care of it. I don't need your help.
The incident was caught on camera and showed Judge Murphy threatening to beat the shit out of the public defender if he didn't stop pissing him off. The public defender was being very rude. Before you know it, there was a huge altercation in the doorway outside the camera's reach.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just...
Let's go.
The judge came back alone, with people applauding him in the background. As cool as it may sound, this does not come close to setting an example. The incident with the public defender was widely criticized and ultimately led to his downfall as a judge. After the video of the altercation with the public defender went viral, Judge Murphy was placed on a leave of absence and underwent anger management counseling.
A last-ditch effort to save his seat on the bench. He's accused of threatening a lawyer.
Judge John Murphy says it was a perfect storm of emotions and fatigue last year that led to his outburst.
He later announced his resignation in a letter to Florida Governor Rick Scott. At number 3, we have Robert Bob Conley from Kentucky. Robert B. Conley is a former judge who served on the Kentucky Court of Appeals for many years. While his long career on the bench would lead many to expect a certain level of professionalism and decorum from him, recent events have left many shocked and surprised.
What does the victim in your case wants her money? I have to answer to them.
In 2020, he made headlines after he was sanctioned by the state's Judicial Conduct Commission for an angry outburst in court. According to a report by the Courier-Journal, the incident occurred in May 2019 when Conley was presiding over a hearing in a custody case. He started by wishing everyone a great new year ahead, only for the matter at hand to go south. During the hearing, Conley became frustrated with the attorneys and the parties involved and began to yell and berate them. He even asked the defendant why he had 3 kids when he can't even take care of one. Ouch, that ought to sting. He reportedly accused one of the attorneys of lying and threatened to hold him in contempt of court. In a video of the incident, Conley can be heard saying,
You just need to shut up. The more you talk, the more ridiculous you sound.
The Judicial Conduct Commission investigated the incident and ultimately sanctioned Conley, saying that his behavior fell below the standard of conduct expected of a judge. Conley admitted to the misconduct and apologized for his behavior.
You better be listening. I only talk if I'm wanting you to know something. Don't try to talk over me. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. If I'm saying anything, you better be damn listening.
Despite the incident, Conley went on to run for the Kentucky Supreme Court in 2020. During his campaign, he was accused of violating election laws by falsely claiming to have been endorsed by a retired Supreme Court justice. He was also accused of failing to disclose all of his campaign contributions and spending. In the end, Conley was defeated in the election. Talk about karma. These incidents have left many questioning how someone with Conley's experience and reputation could have behaved in such a manner. Number 2, Julie Newell from Maricopa County Superior Court, Arizona. Julie Newell was a former Maricopa County Superior Court judge in Arizona. In 2015, she made headlines after a video of her angry outburst in court went viral.
Get out of the courtroom. Leave the courtroom, or I will have you removed from the courtroom.
The case involved a defendant named Jonathan W. McFarland, who was facing multiple felony charges. Judge Newell was presiding over the hearing, with a prosecutor and McFarland's defense attorney present in the courtroom. In the video, the prosecutor interrupted Judge Newell while she was speaking, which appeared to trigger her outburst.
That's the last warning, otherwise get out of the courtroom. Leave the courtroom, or I will have you removed from the courtroom. I will have you removed.
During her tirade, she accused both attorneys of being disrespectful to her and threatened to hold them in contempt of court. The outburst was reported to the Arizona Commission on Judicial Conduct, which conducted an investigation into the incident. The investigation found that Newell had violated several judicial canons, including the requirement to maintain decorum and impartiality in the courtroom. Newell ultimately resigned from her position as a judge before the commission could take any disciplinary action against her. Coming at number 1 is Pinky S. Carr from Cleveland Municipal Court, Ohio. Pinky S. Carr was a Cleveland Municipal Court judge in Ohio. In January 2023, she resigned from her position after being suspended by the Ohio Supreme Court due to alleged misconduct. The Ohio Supreme Court has suspended Judge Pinky Carr for 6 months without pay due to her behavior in the courtroom, including making inappropriate comments and ignoring COVID-19 safety protocols. The court found that Carr had failed to promote public confidence in the judiciary and had engaged in conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice. The case against Carr stemmed from a video recording of a conversation between her and an attorney in her courtroom, which was made by a court reporter without their knowledge. The video showed Carr making jokes about accepting kickbacks and ignoring COVID-19 safety measures, such as wearing a mask and social distancing.
I'm like, stop it. Not everybody watch the news. I'm gonna call him and tell him don't come. I'm sure he is. Look, idiot.
Additionally, the video revealed that Carr had allowed the attorney to provide legal advice to a defendant during a hearing, which is a violation of the Ohio Code of Judicial Conduct.
I can't believe you people braved it coming down here. Everybody else was scared. We're not scared. I'm so glad we're here.
Scared.
You're scared? Okay, Linda, you stay there. You stay there, Linda.
I had to come in.
She also allowed people in her courtroom to sit close together and did not enforce social distancing measures. The Ohio Supreme Court found that Saffold's behavior was unbecoming of a judge and violated the Ohio Code of Judicial Conduct. In a statement, the court said, Judge Saffold's conduct undermines the public's trust and confidence in the judiciary and is unacceptable for a judicial officer. Saffold will be suspended for 6 months without pay and will also be required to complete an ethics course before returning to the bench. In a statement announcing her resignation, Carr expressed remorse for her actions, stating that, "I deeply regret the comments that I made during the sentencing hearing. They were offensive and hurtful, and I understand the harm that they caused." The incident involving Judge Carr highlights the importance of maintaining professionalism and impartiality in the courtroom, particularly for judges who are tasked with upholding the law and ensuring justice is served. Thank you for watching. For more such close quarter videos of the courtroom, hit subscribe and leave a like to support the channel.